oh, you have a wonderful marriage. You have a wonderful, your husband is like, didn't he do like Cirque du Soleil or something? I mean, he's this massively huge, tall, beefy, beautiful looking man. And he really is. And you two are like, to me, extreme opposites. And it's fabulous.
Yeah.
And
he's like, what do you do all day? I go, do you know what I do all day?
That's what he says to you. What do you do all day?
I tell him, he's like, hey, I was like, honey, do you know what I do all day? It's like, because he's kind of fine. He's okay. He's balanced, He's happy.
He's doing his thing.
He's doing his thing.
But he's an acrobat, isn't he? Like he's a performer.
Well, he loves interweaving acrobatics into his workout. I mean, he loves working out. He's very much into fitness. And so he loves, doing kind of funny things, hanging around. And he even put it on the internet because...
but he's actually been paid to perform is what I mean. Like he was...
Oh, yeah.
An actual performer at one point,
Yeah, he's been a stunt performer, like in movies, and he brought that too. He has got the real Viking brothers, he and his buddy.
Oh, he looks like a Viking.
Yes, that's why, the beard and everything, and they just are, play around. And so he is hired to kind of do stunts. And for his physique, he's like, but I'm a sensitive man, and I enjoy, other things in life. I'm like, yeah, but you're going to be hired for the whole look.
No, he's fabulous. You two are so cute together. And so what would you say is one of the keys to a successful marriage? Because I know that it hasn't always been perfect. I know, you guys have had your challenges as well, but it's a successful marriage.
Yeah. It's, I know he says we've been married like, it's like 50 years because we've lasted about 10 years in Hollywood. He's like, it's like 50 years anywhere else, Laura.
Yep.
We're doing well. I think really listening to your partner, what they need, and don't think that they need something else. I really know what they need.
Yes, that's so true. Right. So learn about what they need. Talk to them about what they need, not what you think they need.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. When I'm working with couples, and I'm kind of glad I got married, not that I'm doing it as a little test tube, for my couples
but I'm sure you learn and you take it all
I learned.
Yeah.
It didn't work with mine. Well,
yeah.
But I think we impose what we think the other person should want or need. And we think they might change to that. And a lot of people are very disappointed because you got what you got. There's not that much change. They can change what they're doing. Like, for instance, you may come from a family that was very huggy, feely, right? Very affectionate.
Yeah, I did not, but I'm just saying I was the opposite.
Yeah. I may come from a family growing up, right, that nobody really showed their affection that way. They showed it by giving people things, right? So you may need me to hold your hand or give you more hugs, more affection, something like that, more sex. So well, not me, but I mean, your husband. Okay, yeah.
Just
she doesn't
clarify.
Yeah, she's not sexual at all. But if I am not giving you what you need so that you're loved and valued, then you're going to go even further away. And you're not going to feel good in the relationship, right? You don't get that mirroring.
So how do you learn? Is it just through communication? Because I feel like some people, they feel like they do communicate and then it still doesn't change. And
sometimes it doesn't.
Sometimes it doesn't. Do you think that there is a difference between relationships in their 20s and 30s or when you get into a relationship in your 40s and 50s? How difficult or hard is it for somebody to change?
Good question, because we are more decided about our lifestyles when we're older.
Yes.
Right? We're also more established, so there's a bit of relaxation there too. We're not scrambling as much to...
Depends, but it depends on what's going on in your life.
Yeah. It depends. That's a good question. I probably have to think about it a little bit, but I think that when I run into younger couples, it's, I feel this way, so I'm going for it.
It's like seeing things through rose-colored glasses is what the saying is. A little maybe, right? A little
more? And the hormones can do something with that.
Okay.
And it feels like love, so it must be. And so they may make poor decisions, not everybody, but a lot of people will hop into something because it just feels good. And when you're picking a life partner, there's other things to consider. I wish I took a premarital questionnaire. I've got a premarital questionnaire for premarital counseling. I think it's a brilliant idea. The church has been doing it. Temples have been doing it for ages, right? Yeah. And a lot of people don't do it anymore.
Yeah, I remember having to take pre-Cana classes for the Catholic Church before I got married. Yeah.
Was it helpful?
I was engaged years and years and years ago.
Was it helpful?
Yes, I actually called the wedding off 5 days before the wedding.
There you go, right?
Yeah. It's I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But on that topic though, like for people out there that are getting into, they're in their 40s and 50s and they're not in a relationship, they're dating, this and that. Like when you go on a date and meet somebody new, I find that a lot of people at our age, we don't really give the other person a chance, because we are stuck in our ways. And what's the likelihood of somebody kind of changing? I mean, is it one of those things where, you talk to a therapist just like yourself and you're thinking, I really like this guy, but I don't know. He just has these narcissistic tendencies and just different things that go, should you walk the other way because they are sort of set, or is it one of those things where you can try and...
Well, if it's a personality issue, that's probably not changeable, especially if you're talking about narcissistic personality traits. That's ingrained, and a lot of narcissists, one of the key factors of that is that they don't think anything's wrong with them. Their way is the right way.
Yep.
And so you're really hard pressed to get someone with narcissistic qualities to change.
Yeah, and then some of them will say, yes, I know I'm working on it or whatever, but then it doesn't really change.
Then work on it with me,
yeah,
right? And maybe listen to me. And if they're receptive, because there might be a payoff for them.
Right.
So if there's a good enough payoff in the relationship, they might be able to work on it. But if it just keeps coming up and coming up, you're going to have to, the person who's with them is going to have to say, okay, I can either deal with this.
Yeah, I'm either up for it
or I'm not.
Yeah.
Because you're going to just constantly be butting up against that. Yeah. And
I do find it harder as you get older, though, to find somebody who's a good match because it is harder to get them. We're all set in our ways, right?
Sure.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
so crazy.
It's interesting. We should have workshops where, people getting together when they're older, and communicating.
Totally.
Yeah. There's a lot of, but there's a lot of successes too, because people know what they like and what they don't like. And there's no, skirting around or,
it's just we get to the point we are who we are, and then there's room in between to change.
Yeah, and some people are more relaxed, especially men in their 50s. They lose testosterone.
Yes,
there seem to be a little bit more easygoing. I mean, do you remember your dad when he was in his 30s as opposed to when he's a different person, right?
A different person. Yeah. He's from Italy.
Italiano.
Yeah, I totally get it. It's incredible how, but yes, some I think change more than others. My dad's one of them.
Yeah.
I'm very close to my dad.
Yeah.
But wow, very interesting. So much more I could talk to you about. And but where can we learn more about you, and where, if clients are interested, where can they?
I have a website. It's Laura K Therapy. So it's LauraKay therapy.com. And I also have an Instagram page, McLauchlin Laura. My friend set it up. I don't know why she set it up with my last name first. McLauchlin Laura.
That's
and,
okay.
I also have a YouTube channel, Transformation Talk.
Oh, and you have a talk show.
I do.
Yes.
I have a talk show.
Oh my gosh, I watch your talk show all the time. Your talk show is awesome.
Yes. I interview other mental health professionals.
Great.
On it. So that's on YouTube, and it's Transformation Talk. And talk about just different topics. We get more into how they help people.
Yeah.
Because I've worked with so many brilliant people, and it's they work in all different ways. And I'm always asking questions with them when I'm working with them. And I'm like, I should just put this on film.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'll learn, more. I love to see what different people do.
Yep.
Kind of just
kind of what I'm doing.
Yeah. In a different way.
I started Life Masters too for the same reason. I wanted to learn from others, and it was during a time when I was going through a really hard time in my life, and I didn't know which direction to go into. So I wanted to interview as many masters as I could to see what I could learn from them and see what direction I want to go in.
And
it's part of
you've got a real broad, field to pick from.
Yeah, it's awesome. And
great.
It's so life-giving. So thank you so much for coming on the show today. I'm
Thank
so
you for
happy that
having
you
me.
came.
Yes.
I could talk to you for hours. And again, what I really want to thank you for, though, is just for devoting your life to helping others and making a difference and wanting to spread, goodness and healing and mental health. And so if any of you are out there struggling, contact Laura. She's incredible. And again, thanks for another show, another Successful Life Masters show. And please check out the podcast. It is on iTunes. It's Life Masters TV podcast. I will be there. My face is there. And also check out Ever Talk TV, where you will see every single episode, the full episode, like right here in the studio. Ever Talk TV. It's on Apple TV. And we're growing, we're expanding, we're sharing all the goodness that life has to offer with Life Masters.